Okay, good evening and welcome to the June 18th Palmer Town Council meeting. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next item is visitors' comments. We have no one in the audience. Old business, we have resolution 2026-34, which is to rescind the December 18th, 2025 vote and declare 24 Converse Street, the former Converse Middle School, a surplus property available for disposition.
Make a motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay. First item under new business is Dave Pasquini, from the chair of the Ordinance Review Committee, to give us the recommendations, which we will refer to the Town Council Ordinance Review Subcommittee. Dave, if you want to come up.
Good evening. On behalf of the Ordinance Review Committee, I'm pleased to submit the summary of our work completed between August of 2025 and May 14th. Over that period, the committee met regularly and worked with department heads and staff of the town to conduct comprehensive review of the town's ordinances. Reviewed the ordinances across all functional areas and incorporated departmental input to evaluate how well they align with current operations and legal requirements. Through that process, we identified chapters that remain current, as well as others that would benefit from updates, ranging from minor clarifications to more substantive revisions. I always had trouble with that word, substantive. Our recommendations focused on improving clarity, updating outdated provisions, aligning with current practices and state law, and overall strengthening ordinance enforcement. As a result, I provided 2 documents as a summary in an email that's up top here. I was going to print off a copy, but it's like 500 pages. So it would save several trees. A summary in attachment A kind of goes through each piece, and there's a chapter by chapter review that's in an Excel document with kind of a brief description of each ordinance chapter with the changes that are on it. The ones in green up there on the screen had no changes in it at all. The ones in red are the ones that we identified changes. The black squares on that first one as well. That shows what departments we've met with, and that's the dates are down there still.
Yeah,
the dates in
dates.
the red and the green are the dates we actually met with those particular department heads. So, it was good. We had a lot of fun doing it, believe it or not.
That's great.
Looking at them and made fun of as much as we could with it. We're at your disposal if you have any questions.
I just want to thank you and the whole committee for their hard work on this, and it was really nice that we had so many people volunteer, that we were able to put everybody on it, and that doesn't happen a lot. So do appreciate the work that they did, and like I said, we'll review it. We'll send everything to the ordinance committee to just review everything, and then hopefully some of you will stick around for the next round of what we need to do to kind of see the whole process through, which I think is that 5 years from now?
I think 4 now.
4 now.
For the
Okay.
charter.
So I mean, I know the committee will be dissolved, but I mean, it would be nice if some would be able to.
Volunteer now.
That would be great.
Awesome.
We'll be knocking on your door, but yeah, I mean, it's not it's a lot of work, but it's something that's really important to make sure that everything is up to date and any changes that need to be done. And some of those ordinances are not being looked at every single day. A lot of them are procedural that people, they know what needs to be done and they're not reading them over and over again. So definitely good to have sets of eyes on them, and
I
yeah.
put my trash out 48 hours before you're supposed to.
There you go. See,
On the sidewalks.
there you go. There you go.
Why
So
would you?
did anybody have any questions?
Good job. Oh, just a thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for the opportunity. As you're going through it, if there's any questions you have and clarification you need, a phone call away.
Absolutely.
Great.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, so, I'll take a motion to accept the report of the, ordinance committee and to refer them to the town council ordinance review subcommittee.
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second? Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, thank you. Okay, so next we have, board and committee appointments. If it's okay with the council, I'd like to just read them all and we can take one vote, okay?
Yep.
All right, so we have the appointment of Michael Burns to the Board of Assessors with a term ending June 30th, 28. The appointment of Brenda Businowitz to the Board of Assessors, term ending June 30th, 29. The appointment of Peter Isaac to the Conservation Commission with a term ending June 30th, 29. The appointment of Nicholas Zio to the Conservation Commission with a term ending June 30th, 29. The appointment of Christine Ream to the Palmer Cultural Council with a term ending June 30th, 29. The appointment of Judith Bichard to the Palmer Cultural Council with a term ending June 30th, 28. The appointment of George Richardson and Michael Korzick to the Palmer Historical Commission with a term ending June 30th, 2029. And the appointment of Amber Kupalanian to the Palmer Recreation Committee with a term ending June 30th, 2029.
I'll make a
Do you
motion.
have a motion by Jess? Is there a second? Second by Carl. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
And just so council knows, we do still have a few vacancies that we'll re-advertise and bring forward once we have a candidate, so.
Okay, we will be skipping over item C. Next is Resolution 2026-47, which is a transfer of free cash to the Capital Stabilization Fund.
Yep.
And,
So for the dollar amount for this, I know we left it blank. It was contingent upon the prior article. My recommendation would be to put 1 million into this, and it still leaves us enough free cash to make a decision by the end of
other
the fiscal
items.
year.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
So so you want us to do $1 million?
1 million from free cash to capital stabilization.
Okay, do you have a motion to transfer $1 million from free cash to the capital stabilization?
moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay. Then we have Resolution 2026-48, which is to transfer $1,436,000 from free cash to the General Stabilization Fund. Do I have a motion? Motion by Matt, second by Jess. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
And just so the council knows, that number now brings us to our 10% of our operating budget, which is in our financial policy. So kudos to the council for making that happen. We've already met our benchmark
Do you know what
for,
that number, that total is?
it is 4,440,000.
Okay, great.
You're gonna say 400 million. I was like, wow, holy crap. 4 million. My bad.
Okay, we next have Resolution 2026-36, which is establishing the fiscal '27 revolving fund spending limits. We have four. One is the EV charging stations with a spending limit of $5,000. Legion Field Lights, spending limit $5,000. Recreation Fund, spending limit $10,000. And Senior Center, spending limit $30,000. Do I have a motion to approve those spending limits?
Really
Motion
quick.
by, oh, yeah.
These haven't changed, correct? These are the same from last fiscal year? Yes, no, maybe?
Maybe. Possible.
No, they are all the same.
Okay, perfect.
And again, I think I said this last year, the goal one day would be to have to go back to change what the recreation number is, because that is a low number if you actually have running programs, but where we are right now, that's fine.
Perfect.
Okay.
Then yes.
Okay, I don't know if did I have a motion?
I think Carl was the
A
motion.
motion by Carl, second by Matt. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. Okay, next we have Resolution 2026-37, which is to adopt the fiscal '27 wastewater treatment plant budget. And
This is what you want to read, sorry.
this one? Okay, so, whereas the town council conducted a public hearing on the fiscal 27 budget on June 8th, 2026, after due notice was given, whereas the budget subcommittee considered the fiscal 2027 wastewater treatment plant budget and determined the size of appropriations for salaries, expenses, and outlays as detailed in the town council and town manager recommended budget document, of copy of which is attached and will remain a part of this budget resolution as follows. Wastewater treatment plant operating budget, $4,500,524. Indirect costs, $163,538. Transfer to sewer surplus, $200,872, which with a total budget of $4,864,934. So the motion will be that moved and voted to raise through the collection of sewer fees the amount of $4,864,934 for the wastewater treatment plant budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2026. The general fund indirect cost of $163,538, while raised in the general fund, is funded through sewer fees. So I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
I have a comment.
Yep.
I visited them last week, and what a nice building and facility they have. Everyone was professional in there and right on.
Good to hear.
Nice
The
guys.
numbers in the packet don't match what you just said.
Right.
Okay.
They do, the, correct, yes,
allocation.
we,
All right, just making sure
you're
that,
good, we're good, yeah.
all right,
We're
I
good.
want to just,
Yep. And as a percentage, just so everyone knows too, it's a 4.5% increase from the prior fiscal year rate.
I'm good. I just want to
No,
make sure
I
that,
just got handed it, yeah.
okay.
Do I have so I have a motion and a second, I believe. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, next, we have Resolution 2026-38, which is to adopt the fiscal 27 budget. Good to read this one?
That was the only one.
No, that's okay. So whereas the town council conducted a public hearing on the fiscal 2027 budget on June 8th, 2026, after due notice was given, whereas the budget subcommittee considered the fiscal 2027 budget on an organizational basis and determined the size and appropriations for salaries, expenses, and outlays as detailed in the town council and town manager recommended budget documents, a copy of which is attached and will remain a part of this budget resolution as follows. General government, $3,771,742. Public safety, $3,735,429. Regional animal control, $188,588. Education, $21,274,211. Public Works, $1,982,657. Health and Human Services, $1,752,814. Debt service, $643,778. Employee insurance and benefits, $10,152,442. Now therefore be it moved and voted to raise and appropriate the sum of $43,501,661 to pay the town charges for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2026. And okay, Jess makes that motion, Matt seconds, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. Next item is Resolution 2026-39, which is to approve the fiscal 27 OPEB contribution, to raise and appropriate the sum of $25,000 for fiscal 27 contribution to OPEB fund in accordance with the town's financial policies, and an additional $250,000 as a one-time contribution for a total of $275,000. Do I have a motion? Motion by Matt, second by Jess. Discussion?
The 250,000, is that coming from raise and appropriate as well?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. If you remember, our Hampton County retirement assessment came back actually as a small negative. We think it's a one-year anomaly, and I didn't want to move that money somewhere else and then
Okay.
be short the following year.
Yep. Nope. I'm okay with that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Next is Resolution 2026-40, which is to approve the fiscal 27 transfer to the Capital Improvement Stabilization Fund. And this is to raise and appropriate the sum of $165,375 for fiscal 2027 contribution to Capital Improvement Stabilization Fund in accordance with the town's financial policies. Do I have a motion? Motion by Matt, second by Jess. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Next, we have Resolution 2026-41, which is to approve the fiscal 27 transfer to Duke Track Stabilization Fund to raise and appropriate the sum of $127,339 for fiscal 2027 contribution to Duke Track Stabilization Fund in accordance with the town's financial policies. Do I have a motion? Motion by Matt, second by Jess. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Next, we have Resolution 2026-42, which is to approve the fiscal 27 transfer to Tree Removal and Trimming Capital Project Fund to raise and appropriate the sum of $57,882 for fiscal 27 annual contribution to Tree Removal and Trimming Capital Project Fund. Do I have a motion? Motion by Jess, second by Carl. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Next, Resolution 2026-43, which is to approve the fiscal 2027 transfer to the Revaluation Special Revenue Fund to raise and appropriate the sum of $44,100 for fiscal 27 annual contribution to Revaluation Special Revenue Fund. Do you have a motion?
Make a
Motion by
motion.
Jess, second by Carl. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Next, we have Resolution 2026-44, which is to approve the fiscal 2027 transfer to the Tax Title Expense Special Revenue Fund to raise and appropriate the sum of $3,308 for fiscal 2027 annual contribution to Tax Title Expense Special Revenue Fund. Do I have a motion? Motion by Jess, second by Matt. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Next, we have Resolution 2026-45, which is to see if the town council will vote to establish a new stabilization fund for District Improvement Financing Program, DIF, under Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 40, Section 5B, to be effective July 1st, 2026. Motion is that the town of Palmer create a DIF stabilization fund under Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 5B, to be effective July 1st, 2026. So this account will reserve all the tax revenue that is
New.
new each year based on that section of town that we,
DIF district.
DIF district, yes. Motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Matt, second by Jess. All discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. Next, we have Resolution 2026-46, which is to approve the fiscal 27 transfer to the DIF stabilization fund. It's to raise and appropriate the sum of $9,453 for fiscal 27 contributions to the DIF stabilization fund. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Motion by Jess, second by Matt. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Great.
Okay, that's not in our packet, I guess. Thank you. Next, we have Resolution 2026-49, which is to authorize the transfer of $10,500 from the sewer surplus to the Three Rivers Junction Structure account. And this now is the one we talked about extensively several meetings ago. So,
I'm just not seeing it here.
do I have a motion to approve that transfer? Motion by Carl, second by Jess. Discussion. All
Yeah.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstentions. Okay. Next, we have the fiscal 26 town manager goals review. Did you print that for everybody?
We did not. Did I print it for everyone though? I don't know if I did or not.
Well, do you just have one for me that I can read? Because I didn't send it to me. Okay, we'll make sure everybody gets a copy. But, all right. So each year we evaluate our town manager, and the scoring rubric is 1 is unacceptable, 2 is poor, 3 is acceptable, 4 is good, and 5 is excellent. And we have 11 categories that we rate on. I will read the categories, I will give the score of each counselor, and then I'll give the average of everything at the end. So the first category is budgetary and financial administration. And the points are Barry 3, Ferry 3, Hebert 4, Lemieux 4, Pelletier 4, Williams 5. So that's an average of 3.83. Personnel administration, Barry 4, Ferry 4, Hebert 4, Lemieux 4, Pelletier 4, Williams 5, with an average of 4.17. Next category, supervision and leadership, Barry 3, Ferry 3, Hebert 4, Lemieux 3, Pelletier 4, Williams 5, with an average of 3.67. Staff development, Barry 3, Ferry 3, Hebert 4, Lemieux 3, Pelletier 4, Williams 4, with an average of 3.5. Public relations, each counselor rated a 4, so for an average of 4. Employee and labor relations, Barry 4, Ferry 3, Hebert 3, Lemieux 3, Pelletier 4, Williams 4, for an average of 3.67. Policy execution, Barry 4, Ferry 4, Hebert 4, Lemieux 3, Pelletier 4, Williams 5, with an average of 4. Interaction with the town council, Barry 5, Ferry 4, Hebert 4, Lemieux 5, Pelletier 4, Williams 5, with an average of 4.5. Intergovernmental, each counselor rated a 4, so an average topic of 4. Effectiveness and productivity, Barry 4, Ferry 4, Hebert 4, Lemieux 3, Pelletier 4, Williams 4, average 3.83. Goal performance attainment, Barry 4, Ferry 3, Hebert 4, Lemieux 3, Pelletier 4, Williams 5, with an average of 3.83. Average by counselor, total was Barry 3.82, Ferry 3.55, Hebert 4, Lemieux 3.55, Pelletier 4, and Williams 4.55, for an average of 3.91. Any comments anyone would like to
Yeah, I
make?
think the way that we do it is so, I mean, years ago, I remember saying that we were gonna change.
Did you want to volunteer?
You know, which I had a chance to talk, and, it's like the goals, how to tie them to that, you know, is impossible to do.
Yeah,
And
so,
everybody's different too, right?
What do you
three,
mean?
3 is you're doing your job for me,
Subjective.
right?
yeah.
And then, right, so it's hard because everybody could be scoring differently. Like, if you're doing good at your job, you're doing your job, then it should be a 3. And then if you go above and beyond, it should be more than that, right? But not everybody might think that way.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think well, before we get into that, I just want to say, Brad, I think, you know, this is a very good review.
Yeah.
I think
he's doing an
you're doing
excellent
an
job.
excellent job for the town. You have moved forward so many things in your short time here, and.
And picked up where things were dropped in the past or
Correct.
left for them.
Correct,
Right.
and hopefully this year will be the year that you can actually start moving forward some of your actual goals, as opposed to, you know, kind of picking up the
behind the scenes
pieces.
stuff.
Yeah, so, but anyway, I mean, I think it's important to know that, you know, and acknowledge the fact that you are doing an excellent job, and I think all of, you know, whether, you know, it's a 3 is acceptable to a 5 of excellent is great. And yes, I think some of it is subjective based on what
hard.
each individual counselor's expectations are, but there's nothing wrong with a 3.
No,
At
no,
all.
exactly, yeah.
And so anyway, so with that, could I have a motion just to accept the review?
So moved.
Okay, okay. Motion by Phil, second by Matt. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and then I would like, I'll make a motion to, recommend, so under Brad's contract, a merit increase of up to 2% in this year's contract language, so I will make a motion for 2%. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Jess. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. As far as the evaluation in general, we have talked about that. Phil is
Yeah,
correct, for
it's-
years. It's easier said than done. There
Yeah.
are so many different tools out there, but a lot of them are numbers-based usually, so, which does kind of skew things.
Even in the corporate world.
Yeah,
Right.
so I mean, it is what it is. I think that it's really important for each counselor to take the opportunity to sit down with Brad and just discuss in general, how you feel he's doing in each of the different categories beyond just a number on a piece of paper. I think that would be very helpful. And, but if anyone wants to volunteer to head up a performance evaluation committee to get a new tool, we've got a year to do it, so, okay? All right, so thank you for everything you do, Brad.
Thank you.
Thanks, you.
Okay, next, we have subcommittee reports, which I don't believe there are any. Did you have a report? We have no town manager report tonight. Did anyone?
Do we need to dissolve that committee? The ordinance committee?
I would say let's sit for
Okay.
now. There's no
fine.
harm in letting it sit
Well,
out there.
If the town council committee has any questions from their reporting,
Got
you're
it.
gonna wanna call them in.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, yeah.
Understood.
So, anybody with miscellaneous correspondence? I will just say, I did receive a number of letters from students regarding various concerns. Unfortunately, I did not have the opportunity to respond. School is out. I am going to reach out to the school, or maybe Brad, you could do that. If I respond now, what I'm looking for is, will they still get my responses? A lot of them were very end of June, beginning of June, and I just didn't have the ability. But I will. Counselors Roundtable, anything from anyone? Seeing none. Okay, so we are going to adjourn from our formal session. We are going to go into executive session. We will not return to open session. The section of Mass General Law, for executive session is Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21, Number 3, which is to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body, and the chair so declares, for union negotiations with the Palmer Police Dispatch, UFCW Local 1459, and the DPW and Administrative Unit, UPSEU Local 424M. I so declare. Do I have a motion to go into executive session? Motion by Jess, second by Chris. Roll call vote. Matt?
Yes.
Yes.
Carl? Phil?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Jess?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay, good night.
Good night.